很抱歉，我有男朋友了。我一直把你当作朋友，虽然你很帅，但是你真的不是我的菜。Hey there, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Sometime in your life, you may come across the awkward moment when someone confesses his or her love for you, and you have no desire for a romantic relationship with him or her. The question is, how to turn someone down nicely to make it less awkward. Especially when you two are friends or colleagues, you might bump into each other from time to time. So today, I will share with you some useful phrases and dialogues for such situation. Of course, you can simply say one word, no, and end the conversation. Still, if you want to say it nicely, you might want to give him or her some reasons or explanations to make both of you feel more comfortable. That's when you need conjunctions or transitioning words. I will first give you some phrases and simple sentences, and then we will try to combine some of them to make compound sentences using conjunctions. Okay, first of all, you need to know when someone says, 我想和你在一起. Literally, it means I want to be with you, but of course, it actually means I want to be with you as your boyfriend or girlfriend. So, how to turn someone down nicely? To begin with, you might want to say sorry to make him or her feel better, even though you might not really feel sorry. 很抱歉, I'm sorry. 抱歉 means sorry. It's a more formal way to say sorry compared to 对不起. If you want to apologize to someone older or superior to you, it's better to say 我很抱歉 rather than 对不起. You can also say 抱歉 when you did nothing wrong and you want to make someone feel better. So it's more common to say 抱歉 when we turn someone down in Chinese. 很抱歉 I'm sorry. 我有男朋友了 I have a boyfriend. Or 我有女朋友了 I have a girlfriend. Here, le is used to imply already, meaning I already have a girlfriend. 我有男朋友了 is a simple way to turn someone down, but if you want to make this guy feel better, you can say 我一直把你当作朋友 I have always seen you as a friend. 把 someone 当 something or 把 someone 当作 something means to treat or see someone as something. 把你当作朋友 to treat you or see you as a friend. 一直 always or continuously. 我一直都把你当朋友 I have always seen you as a friend. Saying that your friends may be kind enough, but for some guys, they just won't give up easily. They might say, yeah, we're friends, but we can be more than that. In that case, you might want to be a little bit more straightforward, like, 你真的不是我的菜 You're really not my type. 你不是我的菜 is a slang for young people. It literally means you are not my dish. It's a metaphor that compares the type of guys or girls you're into to a dish you like. 菜 is not very easy to pronounce, so let's repeat it. 菜 dish. 你不是我的菜 You're not my type. 真的 means really, seriously, or totally. 真的，你真的不是我的菜 You're really not my type. 我们真的不适合 We're totally not suitable for each other. 适合 suitable, appropriate, or to suit. We've talked about 适合 before. 我现在没有心情谈恋爱 I'm in no mood for love right now. 恋爱 can be a noun meaning romantic love or love affair. It's sometimes a verb to fall in love, like 我好像恋爱了 I think I'm in love. 谈恋爱 to fall in love. 心情 mood. 我没有心情谈恋爱 I'm in no mood for love. 我现在没有心情谈恋爱。I'm in no mood for love right now. If these are not enough, you can try to scare him or her. 我们不能在一起，你一定会受不了我的脾气。We can't be together, you wouldn't be able to stand my temper for sure. 脾气 temper 受不了 unable to stand or tolerate 受不了我的脾气 unable to stand my temper 一定 certainly or for sure 你一定会受不了我的脾气 You wouldn't be able to stand my temper for sure. You can also say 我的脾气不好 I have a bad temper. Well, that may be true. 你是个好人 You're a nice person. 你值得更好的人 You deserve someone better. 值得 to deserve. You can also change it into 你会遇到更好的人 You will meet someone better. Now that we have enough to say to turn down someone kindly, we can use conjunctions to make it sound more polite. Conjunctions help you make clear what you are trying to say. They also help you understand the context in your reading. If you're planning to take Level 4 of HSK test, in the second part of reading, you need to rearrange 3 sentences for each question in the correct order. One way to find out the correct order for such question is to find the conjunctions in those sentences. So it's important to have a full understanding of conjunctions in order to improve your reading. I'm going to start with some easy ones. They are very common in sentence reordering questions. The first one, 虽然但是 although but. In English, you use either although or but to combine 2 sentences. In Chinese, you can just use 但是 or both. 虽然但是 For example, 很抱歉但是我一直都把你当朋友 I'm sorry, but I have always seen you as a friend. If you begin the first half sentence with 虽然 you must place 但是 in the beginning of the second half. 虽然你很帅但是你真的不是我的菜 You're handsome, but you're really not my type. You may replace 但是 with 可是 The meaning would be the same, but it sounds kinder and less straightforward. 虽然可是虽然我也很喜欢你可是我们真的不适合 I like you too, but we're totally not suitable for each other. In this sentence, you can replace 可是 with 但是 but using 可是 sounds gentler and kinder. When you are arguing or making a strong statement, you tend to use 但是. But when you try to turn down someone or when you want to say something like, yeah, but, you may use 可是. Just like a dialogue in one of our previous episodes, when a guy asks, 要不要一起吃晚餐? Want to have dinner together? And the girl says, 可是我已经叫外卖了 But I already ordered takeout. She implies, I would like to, but I can't. So, 可是 is useful in turning down someone. 虽然我也很喜欢你可是我们真的不适合 When giving reasons, you can certainly use 因为所以 because, so. For this pair of conjunctions, you can use them respectively or both. But if you just use one of them to combine 2 sentences, you'll need to place the conjunction in the second half of the new sentence. 我们不能在一起，因为我有男朋友了。We can't be together because I have a boyfriend. Here's another example. 我刚结束一段感情，所以没有心情谈恋爱。I just ended a relationship, so I'm in no mood for love. Just like 虽然但是 and 虽然可是 If you begin the first half of the sentence with 因为 you need to use 所以 to connect the second half. 因为我们是同事，所以我们不适合在一起。We are colleagues, so it's not appropriate for us to be together. Normally, we use 因为 and 所以 at the same time to stress on the reason and the conclusion or the cause and the effect. We also use both of them when there are more than two sentences and we want to make clear what we are saying. 因为我刚结束一段感情，而且我们又是同事，所以我们不适合在一起。I just ended a relationship and we're colleagues, so it's not appropriate for us to be together. 而且 and, also, or in addition. It's sometimes used along with the word 又，而且又 and also. These three sentences are typical for the sentence reordering questions in HSK 4 we mentioned earlier. Note that in Chinese, we tend to say the reason or the cause before the conclusion or the effect, especially when the fourth sentence is very long. On the contrary, in English, we tend to say the conclusion or the result first, like, it's not appropriate for us to be together because I just ended a relationship and we're colleagues. 如果 if 如果我们在一起，你一定会受不了我的脾气。If we were together, you wouldn't be able to stand my temper for sure. The last one, 即使 even if or even though. 即使我们不能在一起，我们还是可以当朋友。Even though we can't be together, we can still be friends. Now let's find out if you know how to use these conjunctions. Try this. You're a nice person, but we can't be together. The first sentence, 你是好人. And the second one, 我们不能在一起. What conjunctions would you fill in for the blanks? The answer is 虽然你是好人，但是我们不能在一起。Now let's try sentence reordering. We have three sentences here. Try to put them in order. A. 所以我希望你会遇到更好的人。B. 因为你是好人。C. 又是我的朋友。I'll leave this question for you. Let me know in the comments your answer to the quiz. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe our channel and turn on the notification. I'm Rena from Mandarin Max. 下次见。